All right, Chiefs Kingdom, let's talk about a name you're going to want to remember heading into this season, Jaylen Royals. Now, if you've been following the Chiefs closely, you know the wide receiver room has been under the microscope. Last season's passing attack took a hit. Between injuries and some serious inconsistency from the wideouts, Patrick Mahomes was forced to work some real magic just to keep things afloat. It wasn't ideal. So naturally, fixing that was a top priority heading into 2025. Enter Jaylen Royals, a fourth-round draft pick who's already making some serious noise. And when I say serious, I mean the kind that grabs coaches' attention during rookie minicamp and OTAs. This guy showed up to rookie minicamp and put in work. On day 2 alone, Royals racked up 10 receptions. That's not a typo, 10. Sure, it's early, and those reps don't mean he's ready to take over the WR1 spot, but what they do show is that he's got reliable hands and a strong feel for the game. And here's the kicker. When OTAs rolled around, Royals didn't slow down. In fact, he kept the momentum going. He started to build a little something with Mahomes. There was a red zone session where he caught a touchdown, and let me tell you, it wasn't just some fluke. He found a soft spot in the zone, read the defense like a vet, and connected with Mahomes for 6. That kind of awareness? You don't always see that from rookies this early. Now, I'm not saying he's going to leapfrog Hollywood Brown or Rashee Rice right away, but Royals is carving out a role. The Chiefs don't need him to be a superstar from day 1. They need reliable hands, smart route running, and someone who can earn trust. So let me ask you, do you have Jaylen Royals on your fantasy football radar yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that subscribe button and help us hit our goal of 5,000 subscribers. You know we've got more Insider Chiefs coverage coming your way. Don't miss out. So now that we've seen Jaylen Royals flash real potential, the big question is, can he actually secure a spot in the rotation? More specifically, can he lock down that WR4 role behind the main guys? Let's break this down. As it stands, the Chiefs' wide receiver depth chart looks pretty stacked. You've got Rashee Rice, who, off-field drama aside, is expected to play a major role again. Then there's Xavier Worthy, the rookie burner with track speed, and Marquise Hollywood Brown, the free agent. Splash that brings veteran experience. Juju Smith-Schuster is back too, returning to the offense he once thrived in. So where does that leave Royals? Early on, during rookie minicamp and OTAs, Royals was getting decent reps. He impressed with his consistency and polished routes. But once mandatory minicamp hit and the full roster was on the field, his time with the first-team offense started to drop. That's not necessarily a bad sign. It's common for young guys to lose reps when veterans return, but it does make the competition tighter. Here's the thing, though. Even with fewer first-team looks, Royals still managed to stand out. He made a handful of tough grabs and kept showing that same crisp route running he flashed earlier in the spring. That's what coaches want to see. They know it's a long season, and they need guys who can stay ready, even if they aren't the top option on day 1. But the real proving ground is still to come. Preseason. This is where Royals will really get his shot to climb the ladder. The Chiefs will want to test him against real NFL defenders, even if it's second or third string guys. And if he balls out, don't be surprised if he leapfrogs someone like Sky Moore or even starts pushing Juju for reps. So here's what I want to know. Do you think Royals will grab that WR4 spot before the season kicks off? Drop a quick yes or no in the comments. Let's see where Chiefs Kingdom stands on this. And of course, if you want more deep dives like this, rookies, veterans, and everything in between, smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed. We're pushing hard for 5,000 subs, and with your support, we'll get there. All right, let's talk about the guy who might be watching Jaylen Royals a little too closely, Sky Moore. Now, if you remember the hype, Sky was supposed to be a major piece in the Chiefs' offense. He was a second-round pick just a couple years ago. Plenty of people expected him to blossom into that go-to slot guy. But here we are. heading into the 2025 season, and let's be real, Sky Eye hasn't delivered. His rookie season? Pretty forgettable. Year 2? Even worse. Last year, Moore only had 3 targets before suffering a core muscle injury that shut him down early. That's not the production you want from someone drafted to be a difference maker. And now, the pressure's on. With the additions of Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju back in the mix, and Royals already flashing, Skywise's spot on this roster is anything but safe. He's gone from future starter to maybe trade bait real fast. The issue with Moore hasn't just been the lack of numbers. It's about trust. Mahomes hasn't looked his way much, and when he has, the connection hasn't been reliable. That's a big red flag in an offense built on timing and chemistry. But here's where it gets interesting. Training camp is still ahead. Moore's got one last big shot to prove he belongs. This is it. He's got to show the coaches, the front office, and most importantly, Mahomes that he's ready to contribute. Because if he can't separate himself in camp or show out during preseason, there's a real chance he becomes a roster cut or part of a trade package. And remember, this is a Super Bowl contender. The Chiefs don't have time to keep developing players who don't produce. They want impact, right now. So what do you think? Are you still holding out hope for Sky Moore to make a comeback? Or are you riding with Royals? Let me know in the comments. Team I. Sky Y or Team Royals, who you got? And hey, if you're loving this kind of analysis, hit that subscribe button and help us hit our goal of 5,000 subscribers. We're building a real Chiefs community here, and you're a part of it. Now let's zoom out a bit. What do all these receiver battles mean for Patrick Mahomes and this offense as a whole? Stick around. Chapter 4 is where we connect the dots. Now that we've broken down Royals' rise and Moore's uphill battle, let's zoom out and look at what all this receiver movement means for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense as a whole. First, adding depth to the wide receiver room takes a huge load off Mahomes' shoulders. Last season, we saw how injuries and inconsistent play made it harder for him to find reliable targets. That puts extra pressure on a guy who's already carrying the offense. When you've got multiple dependable options, defenses can't just lock in on 1 or 2 players, which makes Mahomes' job a lot easier, and that's huge. With Royals developing as a solid number 4 option, and veterans like Juju and Hollywood Brown bringing experience, the Chiefs can start rolling out more diverse offensive looks. Think more motion, more mismatches, and more creative packages that keep defenses guessing. Another big factor is the chance to expand their playbook. Mahomes thrives when he can spread the field and throw quick, precise passes. A deeper receiving core means Andy Reid has the flexibility to use different combinations. Maybe even some 2 tight end sets mixed with 4 wideouts at times. Spring and summer reps are a strong indicator that the coaching staff is willing to lean on these new weapons. We've already seen flashes of chemistry between Mahomes and Royals in OTAs, and if that builds, it could pay dividends once the season kicks off. Bottom line, the Chiefs' offense could become more dynamic and unpredictable, which is exactly what they need to keep up with rising defensive talent across the league. What's your take? Would you rather see the Chiefs focus on quick passes with multiple receivers or stick to a more traditional set with tight ends? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want more breakdowns on how the offense is shaping up and what to expect this season, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We're so close to hitting 5,000 subscribers, and your support means everything. All right, Chiefs fans, time to wrap this up and get a read on what you think. Jaylen Royals is off to a promising start, showing solid hands, good route running, and early chemistry with Mahomes. While he's not expected to replace the top guys immediately, he's quietly positioning himself as a reliable weapon and a strong candidate for that crucial number 4 receiver spot. On the flip side, Sky Moore is facing a make-or-break season. With limited production and injuries holding him back, he's going to have to fight hard to prove he deserves a place on the roster. The competition is fierce, and the Chiefs' front office is all about winning now. This wide receiver battle is more than just individual careers. It's about the offense's ability to stay dynamic and unpredictable. The Chiefs' success depends on multiple threats to keep defenses off balance and give Mahomes the best chance to perform at his peak. Now, I want to challenge you. Keep an eye on training camp and preseason. Watch who's making the big plays, who's gaining Mahomes' trust, and who's showing up when it counts. Before we finish, I've got to ask, which receiver do you think will make the biggest splash this training camp? Royals with his fresh energy, or Moore making a comeback? Or maybe one of the veterans surprises us all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're all in for the Chiefs and want to stay locked in on every move and update, smash that subscribe button. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers and everyone counts. Also, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this breakdown. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Chiefs!